Right. Let's stick this down. This is my cross I'm going to be doing. Yeah, you've got to try and test yourself, haven't you? Have you been keeping anyway, Spike? Are you okay? How's the cold weather? Are you, I bet you're not liking that too much. Plays havoc with my wife's arthritis. But we're here. That's the main thing. This is beach. This is beach. I'm just doing this while some people come in, but I'm sticking this down. Obviously, I'm going to do this at another date. I'll probably do it tomorrow. But you've got to do it now. It's all preparation, you know what I mean? Prepare. Fail, what is it? Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. What they say, apparently. I should have brushed this really, but never mind. We're here now, getting it everywhere. In fact, I will brush it, because I know I've got some brushes here. So why am I even attempting not to? Surprise myself sometimes. And of course it's only the cross we actually need to stick down, so I can wallpaper in there. Don't like that either. Right, let's whack that on there. And we can move it about. Not very much, but we can move it about. And put that like that, and that'll be enough. Right, so that's stuck down. I'll just go wash my brush quickly, because I like to try and reuse them if I can. These are not even supposed to be really for reusing, but they're okay. Hello, Scale and Bones, how are you? The 5 P's, I say proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. Not always. Not always. Good, how about? Yeah, we're all very well, thank you. I'm in my little workshop that I'm building, little studio, and it's coming along okay. I've got my chisels up on the wall. I'm going to do a bit of chisel carving in a moment. I just thought I'd stick this down and see how we get on. And I've done that now, so we'll be getting on with, there's my mallet. Good friend made me that. So we'll put that down to one side. In fact, I will be using a pair of gloves. Cut level 5 these are. Do you know anything about the cut levels of gloves? Spike, do you know anything? Sorry, don't know your name. Scale and bones. Cool, thank you. Do you know anything about the level, cut level? What does it mean? I think this is cut level 5 as well. Is that the best you can get, or does it go higher? Or and I have been doing a little Santa Claus. It's that time of the year. So I will be turning you round. And we'll be working a bit more on the Santa. And I'll be, don't really know what wood this is. Do you recognise that, Spike? Recognise that wood? What wood is that? Quite big rings. Or is that? Yeah, those are the growth rings, aren't they? Yeah, for definite. I don't know. I know this is oak. Spike loves oak. Anyway, let's spin this round and we'll see how we get on. I might have to that'll do for now. Let's see if I can bring this round a little bit. I had all this problem the other night. Me getting in the way. Let's try it like that and try it like that. And hopefully I won't be in your way. Hopefully, I say. I will get the cameras and that all set up properly. Just all takes time. And I'm not the most technical. In all honesty, I come up here sometimes and I have all good intentions of getting this, try and sort this all out. And I end up, let's put that over there so you can see what I'm doing. Hey, let's put that over there. I reckon like that. Right, that's quite solid. Still try and bring it round a little bit more for you. And that will do, else I won't have any room to move. But that's not really comfortable at all. Right. I can't see what you're saying. Oh dear. In fact, let's swap those leads. Sorry about this. This doesn't normally happen. Well, it does. Right, let's move Santa. Oh, didn't mean to do that, Santa. Shouldn't really balance that on there, but I am. And let's zoom in a little bit and let's move this around. And hopefully you'll be able to see that. Right. All the faffing about, stop now. What I've got to do is I've got to put a little mount up here for doing the chisels. I better put my glove on. Hello John, how are you buddy? We get off at 3 PM, can't wait. Scale them back. Are you working? Gosh, working on a Saturday. It must be on mega money. Right, let's could have put a stop cut in there, or else that would have been a disaster. Let's cool. That's good to hear, John. I didn't do a live yesterday. I've doing one today. Won't be for long. Starting to splinter there a little bit. Not ideal. Not to worry. Should be going downwards there, that's the problem. And this nose, there's a big knot on his nose, and that is a problem. Hi, where the wind blows. Gosh, you're here, there and everywhere. How are you? It's just, I shouldn't really use the mallet on these little chisels, but I can if I want. That might be a problem when it dries. Might be nice, might be a problem. You never can tell. That's the thing working with wood. Tends to do its own thing in the end. Yep, I like to try and keep them sharp. There's no point having blunt ones because you always force yourself to cut, and as you slip, which you will, even with sharp tools you slip, but not as often, and it's not as vicious. Right, let's turn him upside down. This is what we're trying to achieve. Something like this. Obviously his moustache, none of them will look the same. I don't really want any of them to look the same. I might take this down, which would probably look better, but I'm going to make the beard, and none of them are the same. Here's another one. This one's painted more. See him? That's not as wide either as that. I might leave that wide, and don't be a bum to double tap the thumb. I like that saying. I've made 15 reindeer so far. Cool. I bet that's took you ages. Cool. Yeah, if you can get some requests, it's all part of the fun. It makes you a few pounds to buy a bit of wood, or buy a new chisel, or a new knife, a couple of pints, or whatever you think you're going to buy with it. And I will turn it round so I can do that side. There's too many knots in this wood, really, for my liking. But there you go. You can't win them all. I can see that iPad going on the floor. And me paying to get the screen fixed on it. Oh, that's wonderful. Making them for the little kids. I'm going to use my chisel on that. And I might get in your way in a moment. Which I don't really mean to, but that's too big. Yeah, that's too big. So let's try one of these. That's better. Quiet, isn't it? Very quiet. I'm happy with that side. So I painted glow in the dark, inserted light cross in them. Oh, that's wonderful. I made their names on the cry cut and put them on the reindeer. Pretty nice. Yeah. Cool. That's wonderful. Right, let's try and do this side of the nose now. That's going to be a different story because the knot's there. So what I'm going to have to do is use a bigger chisel. In fact, I'm going to turn it up the other way because it's all getting too much. Let's try and keep it in the same place. Roughly. Excuse me. Right, let's look. Sometimes it's good to turn it upside down, your piece, and you can see it from another perspective. But it is a good idea, and then you can see that the eyes are pretty well halfway, which is what you want. Move my chair, and hopefully that's getting there. It's actually getting there. Right, I need the skew now. For those that don't know, this is a skew. And that you can just do a bit more accurate cutting. I've still got to get the lighting sorted out in here. It does give different perspectives of the different types of light that you have. I need a light coming down out here above and pointing inwards, and some sort of a diffuser. We'll get it all. And the easiest way to do this is with a power tool. which I also do. But I've decided to do a bit more hand carving because it's not so noisy. That's the only reason. I do enjoy it as well. Don't forget, hit the like, hit the subscribe, it costs you nothing. I've also put a new link on now, and it took me ages to do it. And it's in my description, I think, or if you press more. No, not in the, it might be in the description. I don't know where it is, to be fair. I think it's underneath my Etsy link, and it's a thing called Buy Me a Coffee, which is quite popular, apparently. I only did it today. I only launched it this morning. So we'll see how we go with that. Apparently it helps you get a revenue without being subscribed, and people can literally just buy you a coffee. It's similar to having a tip jar on a bill, on a bar or in a cafe. And if you want to leave a tip, that's a way to do it. There's no harm because it's free. Free to do. Apparently they take 5% of what you take. Which I didn't think was too extortionate. Anyway, we'll see how we get on. And I truly mean that. If I can do it, anyone can. Right, let's I will be doing the eyes in a moment. I'm going to do the moustache and the beard, so for that I have to turn it upside down again. I'm going to get the smaller clamps. I bought these and they're okay, but I didn't realise how many times that you're going to be taking the clamps off, moving your work and clamping it back up. So that's my problem, that's my fault. Not a big problem by any means. Right, let's get a few waves into here first. Nice big wavy beard. And as you all know, that's the worst bit, is trying to go across the grain. Always the worst. That's one of the main reasons for turning it upside down. Hi Perry, how are you? I posted something to you, Perry, today. Hi June. And Grumpy. Electric Whittler. Bear and the Boss Lady. Right, so that will do as the beard. I'm going to bring it up here. I'm going to do the moustache next. And I'm off again at the moment with stress. So that's what's happened to me. I'm not going to bore you with that. Try and make these eyes stand out a little bit. Hello Liam. What's happened here? What's happened? Dear. How are you Liam? Is it just frozen, the screen? Don't know what's happened there. Right, let's turn this upside down so you can actually see what I'm doing. Probably will help. It's upside down at the moment. Yeah, I'm definitely getting some more clamps tomorrow. I need the quick release clamps. These are no good. You live and learn. I wonder. Keep trying, don't we? Right, let's Right, that will do. And the V gauge now is just to put in the finer hairs. Sorry I'm not talking much, I'm concentrating on what I'm doing. And believe me, that takes all my skill. Oh, I'm getting happy with that. And I will have to use the, I have some little jewellery files, which always do a good job. I didn't realise how much I'd be wanting to alter the position of this. Not to worry. No big problem. I can get one tomorrow. Right. Probably can't get in there really. This is just rounding the eyes. Okay, so we're I'd say 80% of the way there. What I need to do now is put there's all little like C cuts into there, so by that I mean pretty much that, and that will give an effect of fur, believe it or not. Just put, see, and you will meet in certain parts, and it will come out. You'll see what I mean when I've finished. It's hard to explain. You can literally go in crisscross shapes. Put my foot on that leg. And everybody has different techniques. The easiest way to show you would be to paint it. I'm not going to do that at the moment. Let's V-gouge. It's always good to get a bit more depth into the nose. Right, I'm not going to be here much longer. What are you thinking? Thank God for that. Table vice 2 in 1. Oh, I don't know what you're on about there, Perry. Perry. I use a Stanley Max Steel multi-angle vice. Yellow, black. Alright. I've just made my own from this is a Rockwell jaw horse. I've put a piece of 6x2 in the jaw horse vice, clamped it shut. I've put a like an A shape in there so it holds the other side as well. I just clamped this to it, and in fact I have got to do, where's it gone? I've got to actually do the forehead of a wood spirit there, so I'm going to be doing that in a moment. Okay, this is my Santa so far. Hopefully you can see that. I'll be working on that a little bit more. Let's just get this into place because I've got to do the forehead. And we'll see how we get on with this. I think I can do that. Let's do it on the cheeks, eh? I'm just going to take this forehead back down a little bit, so might be a bit of tapping here. I'm going to be using the flex cut. Don't ask me what number it is because I haven't got a clue. Time is it? It's 8 o'clock. I'm not going to be here much longer. Thank you, Tim. Oh, there goes the iPad. Right, let's okay, that's done his little forehead a little bit, and oh, that's cool. Happy with that. How did we get on with that? Oh, it's fell on the floor. Oh. Actually got a very strange name, hasn't it? Faster than a beaver. Wouldn't say that. Right, it's in fact, I will just clamp that like that. Something like that for now. And we'll take that. In fact, I might take those eyebrows off and start again with those. That's the thing I will. They're not really distinguished as eyebrows, are they? And this is the problem with this, you I'll be doing the nose and the eyes next, and then I'll just redo the whole thing. Spike saying, Perry, nothing is a fail if we learn from it. Hey, brother. Perry, my first pen was a fail. Pen. Are you trying to make pens? Didn't know you did those, Perry. Right, let's do some eyebrows. And as always, you draw them first. And then you need to do the defining line. I have got a veiner here that I use in this box. Which I'll put up here when I was sorting out different things. Oh, this is going to fall on me, isn't it? Right, let's that was a task. I'm going to leave those 3 chisels out because I will use them for definite. It's just that they weren't for some reason they don't stick to my magnet. I suppose I can do them like that. Right, let's use this Robert Sorby veiner. And just follow the line that you've done out of pencil. We'll have to sharpen this. Will not take so much out. Well, it's always the old classic, you're going across the grain. And that is the problem. Okay, now I've got the lines in, that's fine. Now what I need to do is just take this back. And that's where you need the clamp to be. I should have screwed this wood to a board, and then with the board you would have clamped the board to the Oh, Perry, are you still there, Perry? I tried to keep up with everyone. Yeah, it is if you got a job. I'll have a chat with you in a moment, Perry. Right. Now V-gouge and just go across where you've, hopefully this is sharp enough. Cool. I'm happy with that. Happier than I was anyway. And I'll restain that with tung oil and that'll be fine. Yeah, it is hard to carve into. Doesn't matter, we've done it. Right, I'm not going to do any more to that now. Let's swap you round. hopefully we can oh, that's overhead for a moment. I'm not here to mess about with cameras, don't worry. Right, Perry, are you still there? Oof. Let's move this. That's my radio. Obviously you can't have that on with YouTube. Cool. I was just wondering, have you heard of a thing called Buy Me a Coffee? It's worth looking into. I've managed to do it yesterday. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And it's a way of people oh cool, you've already heard of it, you know all about it then. That's quite new to me. I just I started one yesterday, but I don't know fully how it works. Cool, you know all about it. Right, and I did a cross before. I've been doing these little flowers, as you know. Let's put that there, I won't be using that for a moment. Little flowers. This is how they start. And I put the circle in there with it's a big bowl burr it is, that I use on my Fordham. Just put it in the centre, do it like that, then do the 4 lines. I'll show you how to do one of those tomorrow. This, I'm going to leave this to all stick properly tomorrow. It's quite an intricate cross, but I will be doing that tomorrow as well. Yeah, do it, Perry. Do it. That's what I'm saying to you. Set one up. I need a Stripe account to do mine. I've done that. I've managed to do it. You might have to use a Stripe account, and you can set it as low as $1, £1. Costs nothing, so what's the harm? If it helps you in any way, you know, it might buy you some sandpaper or something, you know what I mean? It might buy you a piece of wood, or I don't know, it might buy you a chisel or a burr. Anything's the benefit, isn't it, if you can. Yeah, there was a chap I was watching on YouTube, and he was saying without being monetized, there's still ways of making money, and that's the one way, he said. Christian Hirikoyan. Christian, hello Christian. That's what's Canada cheeseburger. I don't know what that means. And so I'm going to be doing this cross, I'm going to be doing these 2 flowers, and I'm going to show you how to make one of those if you're interested, and I'm going to show you how to make one of those. And they were out of those pieces of wood. So that's all ready for tomorrow. Pretty much finished this one now. I'm going to be a green man. I will make him into a birdhouse as soon as I get a chance. I've been looking at my books, and this is how the wood spirits start off. This is like I think 2 inches thick, not far off it. 1 7/8 is that? Oh. You'll buy me a coffee collection, could buy you a cheeseburger. Yeah, you never know. I doubt it. That's 45mm anyway, whatever that is in English. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to call it a day, a night, an evening. Call it what you like. Whatever you do, do it well. And I'll see you. Thank you for joining me.